All right, hi. So we are Canary and we help you find local experiences that matter to you. Here's a team. This is co-founded by me and Shreyas. Uh, so the essential problem that we are solving is it's really hard to find vetted recreational experiences locally, and people wonder like what should we do tonight, and that eventually grows on you. You keep going to the same places, and that was like a major problem that we faced our freshman year. And we eventually realized that this was a bi-directional problem. So the businesses in this space were natively offline, and what was the problem was that they weren't really tech savvy, and people had to go integrate third parties into their system to make payments, and that was like a tricky solution. But interestingly, uh, howsoever tech debt has been created in this industry, it has been growing, which makes me come to the next point. Whereas the recreational industry in the US alone, for day-to-day recreation amounts up to be $34.5 billion, and our obtainable market is about $520 million, targeting the midwestern states and then US eastern states. um, and essentially our target demographic is about 44 million people. We calculated that by like who were between 18 to 35 and spent highly on recreation, and that's how we came about our market size. So we did a little bit of comparative analysis too, and here's it on the screen. And then what the basic competition that we had was through search, where like there was generic inconsistent information. You go to Google, you search something, and then you're like, oh, should we go or not? Like, is it open or not? So, and that's how it was. There was nothing really via Google that you could book, and there wasn't anything for social or vendor support. Our biggest competitor we feel is Airbnb, which is they do curate, but like the curation are touristy, and like it's like very one-time experiences. And we provide like curated local vetted experiences with like one single click checkout, that the action call to action is so simple that you can buy the product as soon as you can. And we want to integrate social experiences, so we want to collaborate with groups and then also provide analytics to vendors, so that the tech deficit that I talked about, the tech debt that I talked about, is reduced. And here's a glimpse of our prototype. We did a beta test for Canary, and this is how it looks. We made a beautiful app, and we can go around. And this is Lafayette's catalog. So you go to Great United Skates, it's a shop there, and then it has reviews, it has the pictures of it, so you know what you're essentially buying into. How far is it? What's the timing like? All that stuff is integrated, and then we now making sure that we or you can also book. So although it just redirects you to the website right now, but we are working on to make sure that when you click book, it books the experience. All right. So let's talk about traction to date. So we had 15 beta testers, and through that, we realized that this has a lot of potential to make sure that it can happen. We generated about $225 worth of revenue with 6 users in a single night. And now vendor traction happens to be at the place where Mission Breakouts wants to be our first vendor partner at Kennedy, and we are almost about to close soon with them. So that's our presentation, and thank you so much for your time.